Okay. Time to introduce ourselves. Who are you?
Well, even though this will be the fourth one, again, I am Petey.
Oh, we're gonna introduce ourselves in every single one.
I know, and I'm gonna be a smartass every time.
Well, fuck you.
That's me, Colton from Taunt.
Woohoo! There's the introduction.
Woo!
So what are we talking about?
So I hear you have some more stuff to talk about. So why don't we just cut the bullshit and get right to the shit?
Kind of don't want to.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think we can save it. Maybe until later.
We didn't save it when it was me.
Yeah, we can save it. Well, you know what? Fuck you, Petey.
Fuck you, Ryan.
I don't want to hurt Colton's feelings.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't care about my feelings, though.
No, fuck your feelings.
You can talk about it, it's fine.
No, it's too late now. I'll bring it up later.
Too late. Yep, too late.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna talk about something else. Let's talk about how I said I was gonna get fucked up, and I'm totally not doing that because I've got 2 beers over here.
If I remember correctly, you said you didn't want to get fucked up.
I know, but last podcast I said I did. So people who listen to the podcast, the last episode they'll be like, "Oh, Ryan's gonna get fucked up in the next episode." Nah, it ain't happening.
You know, the last episode got a whole whopping 3 views.
Oh
And I know I'm one of those views.
Yeah, I don't know who that extra view was, because I'm also one of those views.
But it's lit though.
Right, dude. One of the podcast episodes got 8 views.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who all the people were that watched it, but it's got 8 views, and it's got more views than the first episode. I don't understand. Like usually the first episode gets most views, just because people are like, "Oh, the first
Oh, it wasn't
episode."
the second one, was it?
I think it was.
Oh man, that's the one that I didn't like. It's the
Really?
one where I was really tired and I wasn't really very talkative.
Oh, yeah, maybe because I'm more popular. I don't know.
I think it was more of the fact that the whole podcast had the vibe of you were making me and Colton do it.
Maybe, perhaps.
Well, maybe we can bring it back to that. Because,
I'm not very talkative.
right now, Colton is living in my studio. At
Well,
the moment.
That is the
Technically,
He
your
took over my
studio
studio
is in his
room.
room.
Well, I'm
No.
sorry. I need
Hey,
studio
hey,
room's
honestly,
already
I
here.
think it's an upgrade.
He moved. Hey, fuck you.
Hey, at least
I
we
tried my best.
At least we had
Hey, I
furniture
mean,
now.
we out here
Right.
doing it
What are you gonna provide, Petey?
soon.
Colton provided soundproofing.
Without me, this place wouldn't have been this wouldn't be happening right here.
I
Okay.
suppose.
I guess
So,
I could have been hanging out with Shaman. You wouldn't.
yeah,
You don't
whatever.
know.
You wouldn't be over here podcasting in his back room.
You don't know.
I don't know, that is true.
Because I was hanging out with. I'm gonna cut their names out. Because I don't know if they want to be mentioned.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm gonna start. I need to work on it, but I want to get a PC. I need to get a camera and a mic, and I want to start putting my gaming videos up. And I could go along with the podcast with my gaming channel.
Yeah. What games you be playing? Fortnite.
No, I suck at Fortnite. Why would I
Yeah.
play a game I suck at?
Get better.
No, I'd probably play the more big title like campaign based games. Like
Like the new
I'm
Halo.
maybe.
It's gonna
I
be
still
on-
haven't played Halo 5, so I gotta play Halo 5
Yeah,
before
you need
anything.
to get on that.
But-
Because the new Halo is gonna be on
But
Halo
I'm still
6
playing.
Game Pass.
I'm still working on a Plague's Tale, and it's really good. And I might start it.
I thought you deleted it.
No,
Oh shit.
I thought about it, but I started playing it again. I was like, I need to beat it. I was like, I'm already invested so much time into it. It's difficult, but
Might as well.
Right.
I'm not gonna go for real popular games. Like, I'm not gonna do any Call of Duty videos
I'm about to be playing Subnautica again.
unless I'm like streaming. If I'm streaming, I'll probably do like Call of Duty or something.
Dude, if I stream, I might stream Minecraft. And like open up a server and have
I would
people
play
join
on.
in.
I would play on that server.
Like
I would
have random people join. Just while we're trying to survive, people just fuck our shit up.
I'm also gonna do fishing vlogs.
Fishing vlogs.
Fishing vlogs, yeah.
You're gonna be fishing, just filming it.
Yeah.
Sounds like the most boring vlog
Well,
ever.
I mean, it's gonna be edited.
Yes.
It's not. It's not gonna be the hours of just sitting there waiting for a
Yeah.
bite.
Be
I
like-
mean, there'll be some of it, but you
I think half the episodes are gonna be like, I didn't get anything.
know. Knowing my luck, yeah.
This shit sucks.
That was pretty much the other day when you guys were fishing. All the footage that I got was there's nothing. This sucks. I'm just standing around.
I've also got an idea because I've been thinking pretty heavily about getting my own channel going. It's not just going to be purely a gaming channel. I'm going to have my vlogs and everything, and I'm going to have a weekly Sansa moment because she's always doing something that just amazes me more and more.
It says dog.
Yeah, Sansa's my dog. For those who didn't know,
She's a noodle.
she's not a noodle. She just likes to noodle.
Yeah. What is she?
She is a German Shepherd Blue Heeler mix,
Yeah.
and she's beautiful.
And she noodles on the floor all the time.
It's weird. I don't know why she does it.
And then
She hasn't been doing it so much here lately, but
Yeah, I've noticed that. She hasn't been noodling.
I think
I
she
have
likes being.
miniature
I
pictures
think she
of
likes
all.
being here. I think it's made her happier.
Yeah, probably because she's been going outside a lot more.
Yeah, I'm in a better area for her to be able to
Yeah.
go outside a lot more.
And you're like playing fetch with her a lot and taking her on walks and shit. And fucking up her paws.
Hey, that was an accident. I felt bad for her.
Yeah,
You know,
dude, that was messed up.
I turned straight into dad mode.
Yeah. I probably would have too.
Like my
if it was
baby's
my
paws
dog.
were bleeding. Nah, I gotta tend to her.
I probably would have even gone the extra mile and wrapped, like, if it was my dog, I would have wrapped his feet up and shit.
I wanted her to be able to tend to it because I know
Right.
that's the best way that they can deal with it is them tending to it themselves.
Right.
And she's fine. She wasn't hurting at all.
Yeah, she
Like,
wasn't.
I don't even think she noticed it.
I went in your room and she didn't even jump up on me though.
Yeah, no, her paws are
Yeah.
sore now.
Yeah, they gonna
She
be
probably
sore.
didn't feel it at the time.
She acted like she didn't want that bone earlier, but she was chomping
She's
on
already-
it when I walked in there.
With those bones, she likes to chew the outside layers of them
Yeah.
and
I
like
mean,
lick
that's what
the
they're for.
insides,
Yeah.
and then she's done with them.
I gave her.
Oh, but man, you throw a tennis ball in there, she'll eat that whole thing.
Right.
It'll be gone. I can't tell you how many packs of tennis balls I've been through.
Yeah, need to quit getting her tennis balls.
I bought 2 packs of 3 when we went to Paragould not last, but like the time or two before that.
We had a
Oh, no, we've
severe
been to
thunderstorm coming in, it says.
Oh no.
Yeah. I've
That's
heard
probably
that.
why that train stopped over there.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
It says, right here.
Oh,
So
as soon as you said
unfortunately, there is.
God!
that.
So unfortunately, there is a severe thunderstorm about to be. It's already in
Unspoken
process. It's starting now.
Like literally
Power-
now as we.
Power
mentioned it.
may go out, but if it does, we can always
have to
just
continue tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll just
But they
continue
won't know
tomorrow
that.
and add on to this.
Yeah.
It says, severe thunderstorm.
What the fuck is
warning.
that? What the?
What?
I don't know. It was some kind of bug. It landed on my finger.
Did you throw it in my backpack, you fuck? Dude, it landed over there.
I flicked it, yo. It was
I
latching
think it
on
went
to
in my
me.
fucking backpack.
My finger feel funny, yo. I
You
think it bit
piece
me.
of ass.
I think it bit me, yo.
Well, maybe.
I ain't fucked up about bugs. I just didn't know what kind it was.
It says, at 10:35, which it's 10:40,
I
a
went to-
severe thunderstorm was located near evening Star or 7 miles near Crowley's Ridge State Park,
Oh, damn.
moving east 45 miles per hour, hazard 60 mile per hour wind gusts.
Oh shit.
Impact, expect damage to roof slides and trees. It says the locations it could impact are Jonesboro, Paragould, Kennett, Piggott, Corning, Bono, Lake City, Leachville, Campbell, Rector, Bay, Zenith, Brooklyn, Monette, Carway, Marmaduke, Chalk Bluff National Area, Crowley's Ridge State Park, Lake Fearson State Park, and Malden. It says hail, 70.75 inch.
Okay, if somebody finds this, if we like die and this has to be cut short, please upload it somehow to YouTube.
Yes, please. This will be the last words spoken
Okay, what's up?
by Ryan, Petey,
It's raining
and Colton,
really hard.
featuring
Yeah, it
my
was like.
cousin in the background.
It says there's it said that the severe warning popped up on my phone. I was like, there's a severe warning, and then literally it started raining.
Yes, they told me there's a lot of lightning around Gorman.
Do you want
Dude,
me to
you can say-
mention you right now?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay, well, Shaman walked in the room. Let's see
Shaman
that
is-
other voice is.
Shaman is my cousin, for those who do not know. He is being generous enough to give us location for our setup.
My fat
Dude, that's what it
dog,
was. That's what it was. What is it?
call me Big Red.
Fuck yeah, dude!
That
It
is a
wasn't
beetle.
wasn't in my
That
backpack.
motherfucker latched onto my finger and it freaked me out. I didn't know.
It's an alien bug man who's trying to lay eggs
Yeah,
in your
dude.
finger.
Woo!
That's some crazy shit, though. I thought it was
Where's
in
my hat?
backpack.
Is that
Oh, I
a
don't
wood
have it.
bee?
No, it's a
It's a
beetle.
water beetle.
Yeah, that's a beetle. They're stupid as fuck and will
How
knock
did it get
themselves
in?
out.
I don't know why, but this reminded me of the
'Cause
time
there's no
I was
screen
going fishing with me and my
in the
But
boss,
it's not
Yeah.
open enough.
It was.
and a bird.
I doubt they
inside
were
the
able to fly
window.
through there.
When the window's open and it's getting me right in the face, landing, yeah, it was pretty wild.
That bug's
It
stupid.
hit me. Go away, bug.
Eat them.
Ew.
That's a lot
Nah.
of protein.
Colt, I'm gonna use your hat. I ain't got mine on me. Let him get near me. Come over this way. Come over this way. Shaman, get the bug zapper.
Oh yeah.
No, get the bug
I
zapper.
was like, yes. You have spoken.
Where did it go?
the truth.
Is it still
It's
flying around
it's still
against the
flying
walls?
around.
Oh
It's
shit!
banging.
We got
He's-
it on record that we're about to fuck this bug's world up.
Oh.
You entered the wrong house, bitch.
You came
You
in there.
trespassing ass motherfucker.
You picked the wrong house, fool.
Did you call an exterminator?
Yes, we did.
Please
Kill that
do.
motherfucker. You don't have to smack it. Smack that.
Yeah, you'd have to
motherfucker.
smack that bitch out of the air.
He did.
He went down.
Oh, did he?
No.
It was a little. It
Yeah.
went down.
Is it
Shit.
dead?
No, he's right there.
You entered the wrong house, bitch. Is he dead?
I hear it screaming. It's burning.
Yep, it did.
Yo,
It's dead.
it's Brian on there.
Man, I tell you what, that's
That
one dead
exploded.
bug right there.
Anybody ready for some dinner?
That's fucked up.
You know, I just ate, but you know, any other time.
Grilled water bug.
Hey,
That's a delicacy in
Look,
some
he's not
countries. I
dead yet.
bet.
Turn it back on.
oh,
He's dead. I must say he's dead.
Now he's
Yeah, he's
probably.
dead.
He smells
I
like
think he was dead before, but you know, give it that
Jesus
extra little
Christ.
to be
Oh no, he's
for
dead.
sure.
Scared me.
Do you know how I know he's dead? Because when they die, that stops happening.
damn! I didn't know that. That's fucked.
A fly, if you put a fly in there and hold it down, it pops a fly in 3 pieces.
Damn,
Yeah, the wings pop off and shit.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
For whoever's listening to this broadcast, buy
Probably,
you a tennis
probably
racket.
the same 3 people that listened to the last 2 episodes.
Buy a tennis racket, bug zapper. It helps.
You can fuck with your friends too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can smack.
You
it
also
around.
get a nice cool rain in the background.
That breeze coming in is nice.
I'll bet.
You can hear that rain coming down.
You want
Sorry,
some
boys.
of those?
I'm alright.
Okay.
It's just a poor little beetle and what ended his life.
Well, he shouldn't have came in here.
Maybe it was maybe it was an old sex offender that
Sorry, Peter.
does it. You know what I mean? He just put them on there and just went ahead and just did them anyway.
Watch him fucking just get up and fly away. He'd be like, "Psych! You thought?"
He's almost like, it's almost like he's cooked.
You zapped him like 4 times.
It wouldn't go down. So the new Terminator bug, dude. Anyway, alright, dudes, I'm going later here with my crispy bug.
Later. Well,
That is my redneck cousin right there.
he's also the first person on the podcast that isn't the 3 of us.
Surprise.
Yep.
Surprise kids.
So when are we gonna make Colton instead of just being a guest?
I don't know, man. It's up to Colton. Do you want to be
Because
an
you've been in
official
all of
member?
them. You've been
I'm
in
not
all
sure.
of them. You might as well.
I'm not sure if
Because you're not even really a guest at this point.
I don't mind, but I'm also doing the YouTube.
It's.
so
I just think it's funny because in like the first 3 videos, I'm not mentioned at all. Right? Or no, like in the titles of the videos, the first 2 have nothing to do
Yeah.
with me, but in the third one, it's Colton and Petey. But the first ones, it's with Colton from time, then it's with Colton again. And then it's
Yeah.
Colton and Petey. Even though I'm a permanent here.
Right. This one's probably gonna be with Petey. Just Petey. That's it right there. Just Petey.
Title of
I don't
the-
have a
just
lot to
Petey.
say most of the time.
No, not just Petey. We'll do a just. How about we just do like every now and then we'll do like a just side podcast, like just Ryan, just Colton, just Petey. Could be like a
Where
side
it's just
thing.
where we talk by ourselves.
Yeah, like a little 5-minute little talk session.
A vlog.
Yeah.
Why not just do a vlog?
Well, I mean, we could do that, yeah. But we could call it, just Ryan, just Colton, just Petey.
I was thinking more along the lines of if I want to take the podcast elsewhere and have different people on, I have the right to do so without you guys.
But I also have the right to be a part of every podcast.
Yes. This is true. I'm giving you guys the right to be a part of every podcast.
And you already know how I feel about
But
it.
if you
know
don't
I wanna
want to
be
do a
part of all of them.
podcast, you don't have
I mean, unless you have someone on here that I just don't fuck with. But I don't see that happening.
to. Yeah.
Unless you do want to get someone on here that I don't fuck with and we could, get an argument going on the podcast. So I can get heated, yo.
Or somebody you do fuck with and get into an argument.
You remember Textures, Ryan?
No, fuck you.
Okay, so that was a little forthcoming, but so a few months ago we had this really intense, heated argument about what textures are.
I don't think Colton knows about this.
I do not.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember all of it. It was stupid. It was like
It was like
deep, 2.5 hour long argument.
Yeah, dude, it was heated.
My roommate was getting mad, telling us to fucking leave and shit or shut up.
He's like, get the fuck out of my house, goddamn it, shut the fuck
And I'd
up.
be like, it's my fucking house. I'll have an argument if I fucking want to.
We'd both barge in the room.
Yeah, we'd stop for like 10 minutes, and then one of us would bring it back up, and then it'd be right back where we left off. I'm pretty sure we started arguing
We
about
had
it the
to
next
until
day.
one of us got the other one's point. There was no
And
way
it
we
wasn't
could
happening.
stop.
It wasn't fucking happening. Because neither of us were wrong, but we were telling each other we were right and not understanding.
You can't just leave it with not understanding. I wish you could, but you can't.
It just don't work that way. Me and Ryan said some doozies though. Colton's so quiet.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
very
You know-
talkative, and that's why I need to figure out how to
I'm gonna get you heated one of these days, and we're gonna have an intense
It
argument
takes a
about
lot
something.
to get me heated.
I'll
It really
figure it
does.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, me and Ryan, we'll find
get
what
to
makes
it.
you tick.
yeah, we'll get to it.
wake up and not find no coffee in there one day.
I got.
That gets you heated. If I give a good conversation about the podcast, I'll be like, hey, it's kind of funny how there's no coffee in the kitchen anymore.
So,
you'll be
I'm,
like,
gonna,
yeah, right.
I'm just gonna just shut the fuck up for a second,
Hey,
right?
Hey,
No, just shut
Hey,
the fuck up for a
hey,
second.
you could be nicer about
No,
it. You could
I
be
can't be
nicer
nicer.
about it.
no, seriously, listen.
Okay. You could have said that the first time.
UFOs, Pentagon, Tom DeLonge. What the fuck?
Dude, I don't even know. It's fucked that that was made public today,
Yeah,
right?
I already knew
But
about
there's
it
so
because
much
dude was
going.
on Joe Rogan.
But there's so much already going on this year that nobody cares. Nobody cares. They confirmed UFOs, yo.
I thought they declassified it.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Or doesn't that mean that's not true?
yeah, but of
No,
course-
declassified means it is true.
Oh.
That, or it's not really that it's true. It's just the videos are real. We just don't know what the fuck they are.
It's pretty much just calling them UFOs, unidentified. They don't know
Yeah.
what it is. But that's, saying they don't know
Oh,
what it
that's
is,
right.
so it's a UFO. It's an unidentified flying object. Because the video showed on the thermals that flying object hovering about 20 or 30 feet over the ocean
Yeah.
and just bolting across it. And then there was a cluster of multiple objects on the thermal that were flying.
Yeah, one
But
of
it
the
was like 12 or 13, unidentified objects all in a group.
one of the videos where the thing was floating above the water.
Of course they choose this year to go.
That the pilot of the aircraft that captured that was on Joe Rogan's podcast,
Yeah.
and it was a great podcast. I'm gonna put this out if you guys don't care. But what was it saying?
You were talking about
Joe Rogan's
the guy that flew the
Oh yeah,
plane.
Tom
was on Joe
DeLonge
Rogan.
was also on Joe Rogan's podcast, and
It's the
he's-
Blink 182 singer, right?
He's fucking nuts. Yeah, he's fucking nuts.
Yeah, like of all the people to have leaked that, it was that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
He's smart as fuck, but he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like sure that aliens are real. Cause you can watch as many UFO videos as you want, and to use that as evidence, kind of gotta be a moron.
Yeah, because I mean, they're unidentified.
And now, good luck finding something that doesn't look real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything now looks real.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in if you're questioning the video, it actually probably is real. If it looks real, it usually looks too real, and you're like, "There's no way that this looks too real that this actually
I've
happened."
seen a couple of those
Yeah.
videos like that.
There has to be some sort of extraterrestrial out there.
I don't think that there has to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that
But
there
why,
has to be.
why would there just be a
I think
massive
there's a
ass universe
huge-
with nothing in it but us?
I think there's a huge possibility that
That's
there's
just-
not
That's just very sad
Anything
and pointless.
else. Huge possibility, not anything else.
Yeah,
But
I mean, there's a huge
there's
possibility
still
of
possibility
both,
there is,
but it's all just possibilities. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
because we have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
We just got to keep pushing to trying to find other shit, and maybe we'll stumble upon.
And if
other-
anything,
If there is
anything,
something out there, I don't think it looks like how we depict it.
if there is something out there, I'm sure what I think is happening is our government already knows about it, but they're not gonna tell us.
I don't know. No, I don't.
If-
I don't think
if-
even.
If they were to have cold hard facts, like proof of extraterrestrial life, and especially it being like on Earth or something, that would cause a panic. People would be freaking out. And with everything going on right now, especially with the coronavirus, epidemic going on right now.
I think the
I
panic.
think people would freak out. I think it'd get bad.
I think the panic would be different than what you would expect. I feel like there'd be less trust for one, because they'll be like, yeah, there was aliens this whole time, and just randomly, and everybody be like, oh, so you were hiding this shit, this crazy ass shit that totally changes everything about reality.
I look at it as if, okay,
and like,
say
what else are you hiding and shit?
say people about our age, we're sitting at home, and then we hear about, us discovering extraterrestrial life on Earth, right? We've all seen the movies, yo. You don't think people are gonna freak out and think the worst?
Yeah.
People are gonna people are gonna assume the worst from it,
Okay,
even
What
if
about
it's
the
nothing
peop-
serious.
What about
Even
the
if
people
it's
who think they've been abducted?
can we switch
have
the...
they?
oh, dude, they're gonna be having a heyday, yo. They're gonna be like, I told you. They're gonna be like, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you.
Can we switch the conversation a little bit?
Sure.
Still talking about aliens, but have you had any encounters with anything? Not just aliens, but like anything that you can't explain. 'Cause I got a few of them.
No, not
I
necessarily.
got 3 of them to be exact.
Not necessarily, no.
I think you've heard
I don't
them
know
all.
if I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'm still torn in between if there still is a possibility that there is other life, or if it's just us,
Right. I'm gonna explain 3
So
phenomena.
I don't know. Nothing's been presented to me, nor has anything happened to me.
What
to
about you, Colton?
lean more towards there being other life.
I've seen a few like spirits. It seemed like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could talk to you about some fucking spirits.
like one though. Like I woke up while I was half asleep.
Yeah,
and it
sleep
was
paralysis.
Like
That's usually when it happens.
It was like 6'7", and like in my doorway, and it was staring at me, and it was funny. It was like cross armed. It was like just sitting here like bodyguard, like just moving his arms like this, acting stupid,
At least you got a funny one.
goofy.
Yeah, at least you got a funny one.
And then
I get
Isn't
the
it-
shit that
that's-
sits on my chest.
hold on.
and
That's
breathes
pers-
at me, and I can't fucking look at it.
No,
That's
I felt
personally
bad.
never happened to me, but I get goosebumps when people tell me about, sleep paralysis. My roommate had a sleep paralysis moment, and it freaked me out because it was at my house. I was asleep in the room over, and he was saying that he heard his door creak open, and like he couldn't move to look, but like out of his peripheral he could see like what looked like an old lady standing over there, and like he said he like looked the other way and then looked down and looked back and she was gone, and then he looked back up and like he could see her at the foot of the bed, and like he had his dog there and she was still sound asleep, like she was out, like nothing was disturbing her, but then he said that she was gone again, and then he just heard in his ear. Like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it.
All right.
Well,
It's freaky,
I didn't
yo.
finish. Mine.
Okay, you finish yours.
Okay, so he was sitting there and he was standing up and he like moved his arms back and forth, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can do something. So I closed my eyes and I grabbed out a revolver, then with my hand, and I shot like that.
So you were like halfway lucid dreaming too.
Yeah, and I shot him,
I've had
and
a
he
lot of
grabbed his
lucid
chest and he fell over dead.
dreams.
And I was
Never
like,
had a lucid dream.
what?
Lucid dreaming's crazy. I've
I
done it a
was
lot.
like, what the
I
fuck?
know
I
you
can't
can train
explain
yourself
that
to
at all.
lucid
I did it. I trained myself to lucid dream,
It's crazy.
but I quit doing it because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean with high reward.
But in high
being
school,
able to
I did
control
it
your
a lot.
dreams. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't really get. To
Well,
control
yeah,
your
you
dreams.
can just realize that you're dreaming.
Yeah, you you still can have some crazy ass
I
dreams and they
also-
can get fucked
Yeah,
up.
I was about to say it could be good, it could be bad. Because what
I
if you're
also-
having a nightmare and you realize you're dreaming of that and you're subconsciously there?
I
you know?
had one
Like-
like your friends did.
Yeah.
It was really weird though. It was like completely black in my room, and I had no light or anything. And what happened was, my dog was already under the covers, and I had woken up, and I looked over in front of me, and there was probably about a medium-sized girl, and she was like in height, and she was
Yeah,
really thin.
That's a very common one I've
And
seen.
she was
I've
really
actually
thin.
experienced the same
And
one.
she had really long hair, and she would like get up in my face, and like her face was like all twisted and shit, and it was
Yeah.
like crooked, and
I've never had that part. Usually all the spirits in quotations that I see like to sit on my chest while I'm asleep, or like sit on
I've
my
only-
back and like hold me down. It's fucking
I've never
retarded.
experienced anything like that. But when I moved up to St. Louis, the house that I lived at, you know, it was a house that had previously in the past been, you know, like they had it blessed and stuff because stuff was going on. And I was downstairs, you know, I was real heavy into vaping, so I was just doing a vaping video. And like I stopped and I ran upstairs or something and I left my phone recording. And, you know, I didn't think nothing of it, but I was playing it back, you know, during that silent time, you know, I was skimming through and I stopped, I just happened to stop at a certain point. I was playing it, and I could hear, like, what sounded like two older gentlemen, like, talking for a second, and then it sounded almost like an argument. I couldn't make out any of the words. It was on my old phone, and I saved it to Google, but not all my Google stuff transferred to this phone.
right.
And it was freaky because I was the only one home.
Damn.
Nobody else was home.
All right.
Two
so
older guys didn't live there at all.
I've told you about this one before. This one baffles me still, because it's still crazy to think about. It was me, Kevin, Eric, and Harley, and Jordan. I'm just saying their first names, because nobody's gonna know who the fuck they are. But
I know all of them though.
yeah, we all were fucked up on some rum, and we all just ended up in the front yard when they lived out by the state line. And I looked over and I was like, is the moon orange? That's not the fucking moon. It's a big ass ball of fire.
I remember
The size of it was like maybe even twice the size of the moon. The moon was out. I could see the moon. Ball of fire just above the trees, and I could see like the flames of the ball of fire. And everybody saw it, and we just stared at it and we're like, "What the fuck?" And like freaking out. And Harley was in the yard on his knees, like, "Oh, oh my god!" Yeah, it was crazy. And it just went down, disappeared into the trees. And that was it. We're in the flatland, so there's nowhere for that to go but to the ground. And it made no noise, and we were close enough that if it would have hit the ground, it would have made noise. No fire or nothing. Yeah, that was
Okay.
crazy.
I've only ever really had two other experiences. One when I was a really little kid out at Hickoria. You know where I'm talking about, Ryan. You know where Hickoria was. That gravel out by the Corning Y.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little kid, and me, my grandma, and my aunt were driving back from somewhere, and it was late, right? And there was always, my grandma had always told me a story of this hitchhiker that walked along that road way back in the day. He always carried a lantern, right? I thought it was just a story. Well, we were driving home, and it was late at night one night, and I just happened to look up, and I seen a light up ahead of us, and my grandma and my aunt were kind of whispering to each other, because, you know, I was almost, I wasn't really asleep, but I was, you know, in the back seat. It was dark. I was a little kid, you know. And like, we drove up to it, and like we got pretty close to it, and then it vanished. And then I looked back in the mirror. I looked back, and it was back there still. And then, you know, we got a good ways away, and then I just seen the light just shoot straight up and vanish. That was the very first thing that's ever happened to me. And, like, at the time, I didn't, you know, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking nothing of it.
I have a similar story with a light I've also told you before. Colton hasn't heard it. It was me and Freedom, and we were out behind the high school. You know that curve that turns into gravel that goes up toward Mom's Lake and all that. So it was right at that curve at those grain bins and shit. And as soon as I hit the gravel, I look over, and there's a ball of green light, probably about the size of maybe a beach ball, floating in the middle of the field. And the field's not very big, right? So I could see it clearly. And it's just floating there, and I'm speechless, and I'm hitting Freedom. I'm like, you know, slapping his leg and shit, and then I was like, Freedom! And he's like, what? And I pointed, and as soon as I pointed, it fell onto the ground and exploded with no noise into, like, sparks. And I was going probably about 10 miles per hour with the windows down. What hurt it, once again, I just have a problem with balls, I guess. Because that's, like, half the random crazy shit that I see is just orbs.
Man, this didn't happen to me, but when, because you know,
I was
homeschooled, and my aunt gave me a research project one time, and it was about anything I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it on paranormal, and she just happened to go along with it, and she gave me a picture that she took, like, when they first moved down here from Arizona, because you know, I'm originally from Arizona, but I was a little baby when I moved down here. And, like, it's just a picture of the fields and stuff, like, out in the middle of nowhere, like, out where I lived at. And, you could, she had it enhanced and everything, because, you know, she kind of seen it, it just kind of looked like a blur at first, but once you look closer, you could see, like, a head shape and an arm doing this. Like, it's, like, from chest up. You can't see the second arm, but it's like it looked like a figure doing this. Which I know they can't see this, but I'm raising my hand. Yeah. It looked like chest up, left arm up, coming out of the ground. And, you know, because Corning, way back in the day, used to be nothing but swamp. Right? That's why the farming is so good here, because, you know, the soil's nice. But there was, like, a lodging company way back in the day, because, you know, this place was just swamp and trees. And there was actually a bunch of reported deaths of people, like, sinking and just not being able to get out.
Damn.
And I just based it really off of that. I can't remember exactly, because this was, like, it would have been 9th grade when I did that.
Damn.
But it was cool. That picture freaked me out. I got goosebumps when I looked at it, because, like, it was so clear. Like, you could clearly see a figure, like, reaching his arm out. And I was like, dude, that's a guy that, like, was trying to get out, but wasn't able to get out.
Yeah. I got another freaky one that gets to me. I think about it sometimes. Still. Another one, once again, that I've told Petey and not Colton. So,
before you start,
I might have told you this one, actually.
I just gotta let you know, most of the stuff that me and Ryan talk about, we already know. Because me and Ryan's been friends for, like, fucking 14 years now, or some shit.
Yeah, long time.
Long time. Over a decade.
Oh, James back.
Want to say something weird?
What?
Hey, you know how you got an ingrown toenail? You gotta go to the doctor sometimes to get cut out?
Yeah.
I'm a big toe, I've had to get both sides cut before, right? So therefore it was. See how far back my big toe gets cut back? Back?
Why?
Dude, they use like a pair of power things and just all the way down the side of it. And ever since then, my toenails grow weird.
Thanks for that information.
Yeah, seeing it, it's like a half-inch ingrown.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah, you gotta deal with it.
Yeah, they happen.
The hardest part is about getting over my fat belly. Every time you go down to try to cut a piece out, you'd be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, hold your breath. It's pretty legit. Anyway. Man, I thought I should show my disturbing.
Got me choking.
It's pretty gnarly.
I thought I should
We're in
share
here
that
discussing.
horribleness.
We're in here discussing extraterrestrial life and paranormal activity.
My toe would probably pass for extraterrestrial toe.
Extra.
Terrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah, extraterrestrial. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, listen, I just pray then. It's a lot easier. I didn't graduate high school. Sitting there watching some Futurama. Watching it rain.
Heck, we're almost
Yeah,
done.
I'm listening to it ringing. I'm right by the window.
Oh, the wind was horrible a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, I
I was looking at the trees and they were blowing real bad. It looks like it's calmed down a good bit.
Maybe a little bit, but it's supposed to be like this till like 3 in the
So I
morning.
have to cut some.
How long are we rocking at? 40 minutes?
Yeah. Probably record 10 more minutes.
The last one was like, what, 58 minutes? It was like right at an hour.
Yeah. This one probably won't be as long as that one.
That's why you gotta not be a pansy and just finish it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, well,
You know,
I
for
mean,
once, I'm actually wanting to keep going for a little bit.
I mean, I don't mind.
I think
That's
we should
what she
like.
said.
I think we should push it like to right at an hour.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling.
I need a drink.
I got one more thing to say about the paranormal encounters, though.
Oh, I got a question. Okay, so have y'all watched the news, right? You
Yeah.
ever heard of the lizard people?
The
Yes.
lizard people.
Yeah.
The lizard
I
people.
do
Okay,
not.
you can look it up on YouTube, but if you look at some of the newscasts, man, they'll show small glitches in their eye color changes and their mouth changes and stuff. Like they're like it shows them kind of deformed a little bit, and it goes back to normal.
What?
I've actually seen
Really?
that,
How
and
do-
I've heard, like,
I'm gonna
Of,
check this out.
the people in the back, like, that edit the show as it's happening, they sometimes will fuck with people
Right?
and change the color of shit.
Yeah.
Like, they can change the color of people's clothes
Well,
and shit.
in this video you can actually
And they can
see
do it
them.
by accident, though.
In these videos you can actually
Dude,
see
Good
their,
Mythical Morning covered
their
that.
nose and stuff change.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you? Okay, where do you think all these people go that come up missing? They've never been found. They're getting fed to the lizard people. So they don't-
Obama's apparently
Dude, we
a
don't need to
lizard
talk
person.
about this. This is gonna have me fucking up all night looking up this shit.
We're talking about
You've never heard of that?
No.
They're
Surprise.
extraterrestrials on this earth that our government are feeding to keep them invading and killing us all.
What is this conspiracy?
Okay,
cast
so
now?
I don't know if I want to continue this podcast. I want to get off and watch this video.
What,
I need to know more
what
about
is
this.
it on
No,
Pornhub?
it's
Sponsor us, Pornhub.
Good Mythical Morning
Yeah, you go-
covers the lizard
You go on
people.
there, you can see an alien nose grow.
Well, you're gonna have to wait to watch that. We're finishing this podcast.
No!
It's more important than a video.
Okay,
Only if the
I'm so
dearest
curious
watches.
now.
I'd appreciate it if she watches.
Oh, Shaman left again. Kind of like his interventions. This
Just
time.
randomly coming in to talk about his ingrown toenail.
All right, back to the
Yes,
matter
back to
at hand.
yes.
My paranormal encounter. So I've seen an alien, and I believe an alien has been inside my body now. I don't think I've gotten it.
Oh my fucking god!
I don't think I've
Let's
told
hear
you
this
this.
shit. Let's hear this.
This part of it.
You're ridiculous.
This is me thinking about it. So, I was in my room long time ago, right? I'm going to lay down. My TV is on Adult Swim, as it was every night. And I had my light on. No, I had it off. I had it off because I was going to bed.
Oh,
and
hi.
I
Okay.
wake up, and I can't move. my TV's on static, but I can't look over at it. I can see it in my peripherals. It's not making any noise. And then this gray alien, blurry in my sight, walks through my door.
What the fuck?
Just walks through my fucking door. My light's on for some reason. And slowly walks over to me. His long ass fucking fingers, and he's all like Voldo kinda. And like while I'm laying in bed, pulls his finger out like that and goes like this. And like touches my forehead, and pain shot all through my body. And I woke up all of a sudden. My TV's still on static. Don't show me that. My TV's still on static. And my light's still on. And my door is cracked. And I'm like, what?
You sure that wasn't sleep paralysis? Because that sounds like it could
that's
be something like
That's
that.
what I think it was. But I've never heard of a case of sleep paralysis being that much in detail. And being able to feel pain like that.
I've heard of people experiencing pain from them. One of my buddy's dads, he moved into a new house.
I think that I was hit with or drugged with something, like something that we don't even fucking know, just like an energy drug, and like woke me up kinda, so I'd have like be awake and not unconscious. They needed me conscious for some reason, probably so they could enter my brain. And I think that what happened was when it walked over to me and touched my forehead, that
E.T.
like,
that's what it sounds
it like entered me kind of through my energy receptacles. What?
It got fucked up.
Okay.
I'm
And
sorry.
energy receptacles. Let's call it that, I guess.
Sorry.
Be okay. Now I done lost my train of thought.
You're talking. Last thing you said was about it touching your head and it went straight through your body with pain.
Yeah. And like I'm pretty sure it entered me in that split second that it took me to wake up. I don't think it was actually a split second. I think that it did something to me. Probably like psychologically. I don't know what it did. And it just fucking, maybe it took hours. And then I just woke up and it felt like an instant. Oh, it was crazy shit.
I really need to quit smoking. Cigarettes are bad.
Yeah, man. I've already mostly quit. You know how many cigarettes I've had?
I hate this tree.
None.
I just need the motivation to quit, really. And right now, motivation is kind of lacking.
Yeah, you seem like you're not really motivated to do anything at all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to post-coronavirus America.
Oh, it's been like this before.
Yeah, my life hasn't changed hardly
Yeah.
at all. It's just that the encounters at the grocery store is a little bit different. And I kind of accept it because people aren't getting so close to me.
Yes.
Because I used to have people like pretty much in my face at the gas stations and grocery stores.
Which I hate.
Like one girl actually ran up to me and was like, "I like your hair." Like that's not gonna happen right now. It was a very awkward moment.
This doesn't have anything to do about being close to one another, but do y'all remember when we went to the gas station the other night and the girls in front of us were saying that we had, what was it?
Were they
Cooties.
talking about us?
Yeah, the little girl was saying that we all had cooties.
Wow.
I don't know. The cashier was saying, "Did you hear those little girls say y'all had cooties?" I'm like, "Yeah." Should have snapped at him, not snapped at him, but should have looked at him and been like, "No, we don't have cooties." They probably don't know. I don't think they would have known what to do. We're pushing 52 minutes.
Yeah, and we're gonna cut out like probably 6 minutes of it.
Yeah. It's still not bad timing.
So Colton,
Yeah.
what are some games that you want to like stream or upload?
To my channel?
Yes.
Well, currently we have a project in the works, which I am not allowed to talk about, but it is good. So far we've recorded a couple episodes for it, and the other one we're trying to record is Overwatch. Or not Overwatch, I mean Overcooked.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know why I said
how
Overwatch.
about games that you're not trying that you want to?
That we want to. I think
Yeah.
we were wanting to record Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion and a bunch of Switch games.
Yeah.
And then maybe there is like mods on zombies that we thought about recording.
I recommend playing Stardew Valley.
I like it, but
It
I don't
has
know
co-op.
what he's going to be playing.
It has co-op, and when you buy it, you can get it with an extra copy.
I have it on my computer.
I think I'm gonna do some indie games on mine. So, we had to talk the other day about it.
You
Like,
could
I
try
used to be.
Blasphemous.
I don't think I know what that is.
I think you could fare well with indie multiplayer games. Cause I could see you being like a pro cross-out player or some
Cross
shit.
out, dude. I wanted to play it, but we deleted it.
Yeah, the game's good.
I want to make my own vehicle.
Re-download it. It's only like 15 gigabytes.
But no, we were having that conversation the other day about indie games and how I used to play them all the time, but then I stopped. And like I was talking trash about that Ori game. Well, I started watching videos on it, and like
The
once you
Ori
actually
game is
get
really
into
good.
it actually
Yeah.
gets really cool.
Yeah, and it's really fucking sad.
My
Yeah.
friend speed runs it.
Yeah. I was
Honestly
It's-
just
I didn't like. I played it originally with mouse and keys, and which is really just keys, and playing it with a controller was weird, so I deleted it. I couldn't get into it, but I'm not really one for a controller anyway. I could play Switch games. I don't know why. The Switch didn't bother me at all.
Yeah. It's an easy crossover.
dude. Speaking of Switch, you have no idea how hard it was for me to
I
not buy
bought
a
one.
Switch.
No,
What?
you didn't.
I have.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Did you
Where's
really?
my phone?
Did you really?
Did you order one? I swear, Ryan, if you bought one now, I'm gonna have to go buy one. Damn it. But no, when we were at Walmart the other day, they were in stock with the Switch Lites, and I was like, man,
Damn it. I can't show you right now.
and it's bullshit.
No, I didn't.
Lies.
I didn't get it.
I knew it. I knew it was lies.
I did.
I knew you
order
wanted.
it. No,
I
I
knew you
didn't.
wanted.
I did it.
I knew.
I ordered it. But when I went to go check out, it was out of stock. So I couldn't get it. It was $350.
Custom Switch.
It wasn't really custom. It was the Animal Crossing Switch
Oh, okay.
with Animal Crossing.
I got you.
And it was nice. I wanted it. I was very sad, so I bought shoes. Bought shoes instead.
Nice.
They were not nearly as expensive. They were only like $50. But I need shoes.
I want
So
to
I
get.
can literally see my socks.
I want to get a new
shoes.
pair of boots.
Nice.
I know the ones I have now aren't that old, but I just want a new pair.
I thought about buying a pair of combat boots.
I
'Cause
don't want
do
no
like
combat
me some
boots. I want a
combat
pair
boots.
like what I've got.
Redneck boots.
I guess you could call them that.
Well, that is what I'm calling them. It's the only people that wear them. I I don't know anyone that wears those that isn't a redneck.
Well, I mean, I'm redneck, so.
But you dress like a city boy.
Not all the time.
Most of the time you do.
Not all the time.
Right now you dress like a city boy.
I've got fucking pants, a shirt, and some shoes on.
Those corduroys, no.
Corduroys? The
Fuck
fuck
off
are
then.
you talking about?
Fuck off then.
You fuck off.
Should be wearing
Dude,
corduroys.
I'm like a unique mix, okay? So fuck you. You want a
You ain't
pizza
that
this
unique.
dick wearing ass motherfucker?
Quit sucking your own dick.
I can't do that.
Oh no. You're gonna have to do something about that Pikachu.
Why?
'Cause he's
The
fucking
retarded
staring.
Pikachu.
I've been looking up at him. He's staring straight at me this whole fucking time.
He fucking loves you, bro.
Do you notice how this eyeball's
That-
way off from
Yeah,
where
dude.
it's supposed to be?
I know. I've seen it before.
It's
And from this
cross-eyed
angle
Pikachu.
with the glare, it makes his mouth look crooked too. So he's just like, "Gah!" Fucking.
Dude, speaking of talking about Pikachu, got me thinking about Pokemon. I know you lost your account, so you probably didn't do it. But Colton, did you do any of the raids that launched today?
No, because no one went with me.
You don't have to go nowhere. They're stay-at-home raids.
How are you supposed to join it?
There was an event. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I didn't do it either.
They're wanting people. They're wanting people to stay at home because of the corona.
Yeah, so they were supposed to do stay-at-home raids. Is what I'm pretty sure that alert said on it.
I need to start
But
playing
I
Pokemon
didn't-
Go. I'm
I
starting to
missed
turn
it.
into a fat fuck.
I missed it too. Oh shit! Hold up! There's a little.
Are we about to fucking be playing Pokemon Go?
No,
this
I
fucking
pulled it-
podcast.
I pulled it up.
Hell yeah.
I pulled it up
Go.
to
Yeah,
look
Pokemon
and see if
Go.
there was any
Why
info.
not? Fuck it.
Pokemon Go to the
Pokemon Go.
polls. Go to the polls, Ryan.
Ow! Stop poking me.
Pokemon Go